Imagine you in your life, like something happens, I don't know, you start crying hysterically, like nobody grabs their cell phone. Think about the steps there, right?
What's going on, guys? So we got to talk about the White House clapping back against Selena Gomez. Now, I'm sure you guys already know that she got cooked online. She got destroyed for posting this stupid behind woke crying video where she turned on the camera and pretended to have all this empathy for her Mexican brothers and sisters who are going out there graping children and selling women into literal sex slaves, human trafficking, drugs, fentanyl overdoses in the hundreds of thousands. Like, this lady is either totally ignorant to the issues or she is just a woke virtue signaler or both. And I'm glad that the White House clapped back because they got the angel moms, okay, the mothers of the fallen women, primarily between Laken Riley, Jocelyn Nungary, and many others, had their lives tragically taken early, and they directly addressed Selena Gomez here. Take a look.
What about our children who were brutally murdered and raped and beat to death?
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children.
Seeing that video, it's hard to believe that it's actually genuine and real because she's an actress.
You don't know who you're crying for. What about our children who were brutally murdered and raped and beat to death and left on the floor by these illegal immigrants?
I just feel like it's a ruse to deceive people and to garner sympathy for lawlessness.
I wish I could do something, but I can't.
My daughter was a child. There's many other children whose lives were taken due to people who crossed here illegally.
They didn't cry for our daughters.
No one has stood up except for us mothers to cry out about our children.
I am so happy that Trump won. I am so glad that this is one of the first bills to help with immigration.
It's only been 2 weeks, if that, since he's been in office, and he's taking accountability and he's making moves and he's making things happen.
President Trump genuinely cares for the American people, and he cares for the American family.
I truly appreciate everything Donald Trump has done.
We stand with President Trump in making America safe again.
Now, I know stuff like this can be pretty somber, and on the weekends especially, I like to have fun. So I want to go ahead and show you guys another compilation of additional people clapping back against Selena Gomez in her stupid behind crying video. And I also want to point out before I get to that isn't it sad and pathetic? So Selena Gomez was tagged. The White House tagged her, and White House press secretary tagged her as well. She, of course, never responded. But they wanted to make sure that she saw this video, and I'm sure she has. She has not commented on it. I'm confused. Do American citizens like not count anymore or something? Like, all of these people have had their lives taken. Some of these families are never going to be the same forever. And they're U.S. citizens. They've been paying taxes. They've been following the laws. They've been doing everything right. You got some other people who try to cheat the system, try to game the system, doing everything wrong. And you want to reward them for it and disregard the people who've been doing everything right that they're supposed to do. That's not fair. So I'm glad you're getting your ass cooked. Go ahead and take a look at this compilation of people cooking her real quick.
Selena Gomez, take one.
Action.
Say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children.
Cut! Listen, baby, I'm gonna need a little more action from you, okay? These are your people you're crying about, all right? I need you. I need more empathy. Pretend a car ran over your cat, okay? Let's do it again. Turn it up.
Imagine being a billionaire sitting in your mansion sobbing that people that are illegal migrants are getting deported back to their country. And then having the nerve to call those people your people, even though you were born in America and are an American. And the only reason why you are a billionaire is because of the exact capitalistic privilege that this country has provided you. Meanwhile, anytime that you're out and about, you're surrounded by security, so you're so out of touch and you don't even know how dangerous this country has become.
Selena Gomez, I just watched her video. And I wish there was something I could do, but I'm just a stand-up comedian in Texas. And you're like a famous billionaire, and I don't want to live in a country where rich billionaires can only resort to turning on their cameras and crying to help illegal immigrants. But I got you, girl. That's why I tried to go into your neighborhood, but the security at the gate wouldn't let me through. And then I said, Selena needs me, and I tried to jump over the fence, but that fool just pepper sprayed me. That's why my eyes won't stop watering, cabrona.
So I have a question for Selena Gomez, who came on social media recently and was bawling her eyes out crying because of all of the illegal alien criminals like gangbangers, drug dealers, murderers, rapists, and pedophiles who are being rounded up and deported out of the United States of America. The worst of the worst. She made a video crying, talking about her people are leaving. Her people are being deported. This is so sad. And then her goofy self took the video down and later replaced it with a comment, people have a problem when you show empathy. No, Selena, people don't have a problem with you showing empathy. People have a problem with you being fake.
And then to turn around and say, oh, I guess it's not okay for me to have empathy. Babe, have empathy for the parents that actually lost their children, their daughters that have been hurt. Have empathy for the little babies that have crossed the border and they're missing.
Selena Gomez, take 2.
Action.
I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't.
Cut. Listen, girl, I need more empathy from you, okay? Pretend these are your people, okay? You're crying about your people being deported. Even though you weren't born in Mexico, you were born in Hollywood. Let's get it right. Come on, baby. God, I can't stand working with liberals.
They're not rounding up migrant children. They're not putting them on buses and taking them away from their families. That's what the cartels did with about 300 children that have now been lost inside this country. That was under the watch of the administration that you support, or supported in the past tense. And it is because of this boo-hooing, and poor me, like, it just affects me so deeply. How do you think I feel about taxation every single day of the month? That's how I feel, but I don't sit around crying about it.
Because if you have so much empathy, where is your empathy for the people in America who are American citizens who were hurt by these people? Where was your empathy when Laken Riley fought for 17 minutes of her life before her life was taken by an illegal alien criminal who didn't even belong in this country? Where was your empathy then? Where was your empathy for Rachel Morin, a beautiful mother of 5 children who was murdered by an illegal alien? Where is your empathy for the beautiful young girl in Houston whose life was taken by an illegal alien? She was raped and murdered by an illegal alien, Jocelyn Nungary in Houston, Texas. Where's your empathy for these people and the countless American citizens who have been impacted by the illegal immigration crisis brought on by the idiot administration of Joe Biden?
I talk about it. I try and convince people to vote for other people who are going to lower or end taxation in this country. And that would help everybody. But what is she doing? Where was she when they lost track of all these kids and all of a sudden on every sort of salacious online site where you can traffic and buy kids, there was a proliferation of migrant children because there were victims by the tens of thousands who were brought into this country who were bought and sold essentially into sex slavery. Like, that should be more upsetting than, Kristi Noem is on an ICE raid in New York City and they rounded up a few Trendoragua rapists.
Where is your empathy for these people? Since you have so much empathy for rapists, murderers, drug dealers, and criminals who are literally the worst of the worst, why is it that your empathy does not also extend to the innocent victims of these crimes?
Now, lastly, I want to go ahead and react to Candace Owens, okay? One of the GOATs, okay? One of the greatest of all time, because she completely annihilated this woke behind leftist actress, okay? She made her look so stupid. This was hilarious. Let's get into it.
Selena Gomez, okay? She hopped up onto Instagram and she started crying about the mass deportations of Mexicans, presumably because she's Mexican, and so she felt compelled. I'm sure maybe she was getting pressure from people in the comments that were saying, you're Mexican, so you have to take a stance on this and say that it's wrong for people to have to face any consequences for breaking the law. And so she did that. She obliged, and she started crying on her Instagram page.
So sorry, I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
I'm not laughing, you're laughing. And so first and foremost, it's funny first of all, she put a little Mexican flag, something like, I don't know. Everybody like loves a flag during debates, like a Ukrainian flag, an Israel flag, and now I've got a Mexican flag, and she's just trying to like relate to the people, like, oh. But this comment, I was in stitches. This user just wrote underneath that, you know, he's like, girl, he used the B word, B-I-T-C-H, can barely even pretend to speak Spanish. And yeah, here she is, just like relating to the amigos. And there's another reason why the amigos is B word, B-I-T-C-H, can barely even pretend to speak Spanish. And yeah, here she is, just like relating to the amigos. And there's another reason why it's also funny. And so I want you to love with me, irrespective of what you think, even if you're on the left and you just love the idea of, I don't know, mass illegal immigration, you have to acknowledge that celebrities in general, like their solution to problems are funny, because regular people, it's knowing that she set up her phone to cry that really gets me. But that level where they get to eccentric, where it's picturing her setting up for that makes me laugh, right? So you have a feeling coming on. Imagine you in your life, like something happens, I don't know, you start crying hysterically, like nobody grabs their cell phone. Think about the steps there, right? Oh, I'm sad. I open my Instagram, my life. I am so sorry. My life, is it going? Is it going? Okay, it's live. That's it. I'm so sorry. I don't know what is happening. It's weird.
Oh my
it's the
God.
moment of consciousness that is weird for me. That you're thinking about your family. It tells me you're not really sad, because when you cry and you're actually super upset about something, the last thing you're thinking about is social media. You're not trying to capture social media.
Oh man, my stomach hurts. Yo, Candace Owens is goated for that. Okay, that was one a top 10 Candace Owens moment, top 5. And she got a lot of top moments, but this definitely what I'm calling out this foolishness. And I've seen some people, I want to go ahead and put this out there, you know, for the people, you know, with the pea brains. I've seen some people say, well, this is just tone deaf. How could the White House do this? Why wouldn't they focus on other more important things? Why are they worried about Selena Gomez? Well, again, for those who don't have pea brains, it's about controlling the narrative. See, the Democrats understood this, and I think they actually still understand it now, that whoever controls the narrative wins. So Selena Gomez is painting a picture of the children, blah, 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 whatever. I'm so sad. The Trump administration so evil, whatever. Donald Trump clapped back, and Caroline Leavitt and many others, even in this video, including myself, demonstrating that there are literal rapists, murderers, human traffickers, terrorists. Do these people not realize it's literal terrorists, including ones that Sleepy Joe knew about and didn't arrest?
And I received a very actually interesting statistic on this front from ICE this week. 97% of the deportations that this administration has made thus far are of individuals who had a removal order from the previous administration, but were never removed from the interior of our country. So this shows that the previous administration was actually defying our laws, and all this administration is doing is simply following the laws, the immigration laws of this great country.
That's how crazy this is. So, of course, they need to go get their ass. Like, what are you talking about? Selena Gomez needed to be addressed. She needed to be cooked. She needs to face these moms. I feel like I could easily go up to an illegal alien, man, woman, even child, and be like, hey, look, you may not want to go home, but it is what it is. You got to go. But I could never look one of these moms in the face and tell them like, hey, I'm sorry that your daughter was brutally raped and killed by an illegal migrant. Lake and Riley fought for 17 straight minutes. I'm sorry this happened to you, but it's for the greater good. You can't send the people home. Sorry. Go up to their face and say that. Most of these people just ignore. They literally just ignore them. I'm like, how the hell can you ignore these people? These are American citizens, women that were rendered helpless by the Biden administration and by these illegal migrants who came into the country and wanted to destroy them, ruin their life, do horrendous things to them. Unfortunately, a lot of them, as you can see, successfully. It's sad and pathetic. Selena Gomez deserves to get completely cooked for this. And yes, this is a lesson to other celebrities. Run up and get done up. Anybody else who does this, I hope you get it worse than Selena Gomez, because that's what you get. That's what you deserve. This needs to be discouraged so these people know. Maybe I should do some damn research before I open my mouth and start spewing nonsense. Let me make sure I'm on the right side of this. Let me make sure I have the facts. Who is hurt by X and who is hurt by Y? And if you don't know, then shut the hell up. Those are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. Get cooked, Selena. I'm out.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. I